Hi, my name is Sam Dhaneshekaran and welcome to this database lessons series. Previously, we saw what is a DDL, and in this video, we are going to discuss about what else we can do with the table. We discussed about how to alter the table, change the structure of the table, create the table, drop the table. And then probably some of you might be wondering, what about the data? Like, where can I load the data? How do I load the data? How do I read the data? Let's get to that. The first operation, I wouldn't say first operation. Generally, like now, once you create the table, we would want to load or insert some data. So the operation is inserting data. If you notice, before inserting data, an empty row gets created so that it can hold the data. This is what most of the databases, I would say all the databases, would do before inserting data. Before inserting data, the database would go and prepare internally some space to hold each and every row. Let's assume I want to insert a row of data, and so what I would do is I would say like now insert into inserting into the table name, right? Here in this case it will be animals. Let's not worry about the syntax right now. The important thing is you understanding the basics, or I would say the important thing is just understanding. Let's say if you are in the 10th video or 20th video, and if you try to remember what you learned in the third video, you might not remember, but that's okay. As long as you understand, that's fine. I guess you would be getting plenty of opportunities to revisit the videos, or probably like now at your work or somewhere, you would be reading the books, or you can find information from internet. Okay, so right now the key is understanding. So when we insert data, what do? We insert into the table. Okay, so now I'm gonna insert some values. Name, I'm just gonna call farm animal, and then some date. Okay, how many calories it eat, and then how much of milk it produces. Let's say 2 gallons a day or something. Okay, so what did I just do? I inserted data. When I do an insert, what happens? The database goes and creates empty rows first, and then it allows the data to be inserted into the table. The operation is insert. Okay, so after inserting, let's say I want to read what I have inserted, then that operation is called select, which is basically I would like to read data. Okay, so I'm gonna read the data, right? So to read the data, what command will I use? I would use select star. Again, let's not worry about the syntax, but then again I'll just try to explain whatever I can. When it says star, it's basically like no, it will read all the columns from here, or I can say like no, select just the name, meaning that select only these column, right? The rows that belong to this column from the table. Okay, so but the important thing to remember is select operation. So after inserting, I'm selecting. Okay, and the next operation would be to update the data. Let's say if I want to change data, let's say I want to change this cow to sheep, right? And then its birth rate is different and it consumes 50 calories. Well, I'm going to leave it null. So what did I do? I updated the data. The data was already there, and I updated it. So the syntax is update table, and then you pass in some criteria to update it. Okay, let's ignore the syntax, but the important thing to know is we update the data, right? So we did insert, and we did a select, and then right now we are doing an update. Okay, that's the fourth operation. And now, okay, I'm going to delete the data. Okay, here the important thing to know is when you delete, right, it would just delete the data and leave the empty row allocated as it is. Okay, that's an important thing to note. So when we delete data, it deletes the data from the rows and it leaves them empty. We would revisit this at some point of time. You know what? Let me talk about that right now. So whenever any new rows are added, and then when we delete data, it just deletes the data from the table, but it will leave those empty rows in there. So probably these empty rows will be occupying some space, which would be a good thing if we are going to load again some other data. But if not, there is another operation called truncate. This is just, I'm providing this as an extra note. If this is too much for you at this moment, feel free to ignore this. So what this will do is, this is a DDL. Like I said, there are other DDLs which I haven't covered. So truncate table, what it will do is it will not only delete the data, but it will also remove everything allocated beyond this point. So it will just cut everything and then bring it to its original size, without any rows. Okay, that's just an additional note. So but the important thing to note is delete, and let's ignore truncate for a while, because I want to talk about this select and delete and insert and update, because all these will make another type of language, which is data manipulation language, using which we basically manipulate the data. Okay, the select, insert, update, delete, they form a part of data manipulation language, which you would find in the database world people refer as DML. So in the last video we saw about DDL, and right now DML, which consists of select, insert. Select is basically to read from a table, insert is to insert data into a table, and update is to update an existing data in a table, and delete is to delete data from the table. So this forms data manipulation language. Thanks for watching this video.